Hello, winners. This is Brenda Underwood. We're going to try this one more time. I am coming to you live today to talk about unlocking the golden handcuffs of corporate. But first, can we get excited that it is almost 5 o'clock on Friday and we're getting off of work? Yay! We often, when I look forward to TGI Fridays, when you get off of work and you have freedom, you can go do what you want to do. What are you guys' plans? I know when I worked in corporate, I always hung out with some of my girlfriends. Sometimes I went on a date and had some fun on Friday to celebrate that we got through another work week. And I'm coming to you today, and I want to first celebrate all of the leaders. I just want to give you guys an applause because there's leaders, female leaders that are really leading during this unprecedented time. And I just want to celebrate you. I want to say, awesome job. You guys made it through. You guys are leading in an unprecedented time at levels that you probably never thought you had inside of you. And so I always want to celebrate the female leaders that are out there that are taking charge, that are helping to run companies, that are taking care of family, and hopefully you're taking care of you too. And so today, I am your breakthrough strategist, Brenda Underwood, and today I want to talk to you about unlocking the golden handcuffs of corporate. And this is something that's very near and dear to my heart because I have been serving in the corporate community for almost 30 plus years. I took my first leadership job when I was 19, and now I am looking 50 in the face. And so I have a heart for female leaders that are operating in corporate. And some of you guys are operating in your dream jobs, and that's awesome. Some of you guys are not operating in your dream jobs. Some of you guys are not operating in a job or a career that lights your fire, that sets your soul on fire. And I want to talk to that group of people today. I'll do some lives that really encourage people who are operating in their dream job. But I want to talk today to the female leaders that are in a job that they've lost the desire to be in a job where you're frustrated, in a job where you're having headaches, you're mad, you're struggling every day to go into work. You can't wait for Friday and it's not even Monday at 2 o'clock yet. That's the group of people that this live is designed to encourage, equip, and propel forward into a destiny that will set your soul on fire. And so, when we think about TGI Fridays, and we always think TGI Fridays, thank God it's Friday. Why do we do that? We do that because we're oftentimes working in a job in a capacity that we don't like, that we're no longer excited about. And I want to come today and encourage you with options on unlocking those golden handcuffs of corporate. So what are the golden handcuffs? The golden handcuffs are described as something that you do a job because of the high income and the benefits. You stay in the job because you're trying to get that retirement, that 401k. They may have a 50-50 match if they even do that anymore. I used to work for Toshiba and they did a 50-50 match for our 401k, but you had to be vested so many years. So you had to stay in the job even though you don't like the job. And so I'm talking to the frustrated employee today, the frustrated female leader who has had enough. I'm talking to you today and saying, yeah, I know those golden handcuffs are comfy. I mean, we've got glitter on them. We got some fluffy around it. Those golden handcuffs feel good because they represent security. But I want to challenge you today on that statement, security. Does it really represent security? What happens if your job is your only stream of income? What happens if that dries up? What happens if the company sells? What happens if they downsize? What happens if that one stream of revenue that you have dries up? Do you have a plan? Do you have options that are going to help you really maintain the quality of your life if your job changes or goes away? If that's you, I want you to know that there are options out there. Before you quit your job, you want to call me. You want to schedule a discovery call. If you're frustrated on your job, you don't want to get to the point where you're ready to quit and you don't have any options. When I think about unlocking the golden handcuffs of corporate, when you unlock those golden handcuffs, you take control over your time and your finances. What that looks like is having a strategic plan that will unlock those golden handcuffs and not sabotage your quality of life. You are that high executive leader, high achieving female leader that you go after it. You do things with excellence. Procrastination is not your barrier. But what is your barrier is the fear of, if this job goes south, what happens to my lifestyle? What happens to my quality of life? Do my kids get to stay in private school? And I want to help relieve the stress of that pressure today with giving you some options on overcoming what the false security of those golden handcuffs. And I work with my clients to create workplace exit strategies that are going to connect with their purpose and their passions in life and not diminish their quality of life. So when you think about workplace exit strategy, a lot of people will think, oh, I got to quit my job. No, you don't. This is just about making your job optional, having other streams of revenue, not MLMs. And I'm not selling you Mary Kay or Tupperware or anything of that like that. I'm talking about taking your purpose and your passions and connecting them with your paycheck. I help people create workplace exit strategies that help them make their jobs optional until it's time to make the job obsolete. It's a very different thing to have to go to work to pay the mortgage than it is to want to go to work to pay the mortgage. One is going to create a level of stress that is hard to overcome. The other is going to create a level of freedom because you have options. And when we have options, we don't feel stuck in the same place. And I want to help you do that by putting together a program that's designed uniquely for you, by you, with the guidance of someone who has worked in workplace exit strategy. I will never forget the day that my boss sat in an office and he was trying to get me to take over some work for another director in another department. And I wasn't willing to do it. And he said, well, if you don't take over the sales aspect of the business, then I don't know if we're going to be able to afford to keep you on board. I said, okay, that's fine. You want me to pack up today? And he kind of sat back in his chair and he said, you're prepared to walk out today? I said, yes, because I'm not going to take on another director's job and he continues to get the same rate of pay and I continue to do double the work for the same rate of pay. See, that's the danger of being a high achiever, is that we end up overcompensating for coworkers and other leaders that don't have the capacity to get it done the way we get it done. And so we find ourselves picking up the pieces of the company because we have to please the boss because of these golden handcuffs we have on. Because I had options, when he said that, I didn't feel like I was pressured to doing something that was going to cause me not to be at my son's. My son played the violin, not to be able to go to my son's concerts, not to be able to go to my son's swim meets. I wasn't willing to create more work on my already 70-hour-a-week job for no additional pay. And so my boss looks back in the chair and he says, well, I thought I put golden handcuffs on you so that you would never leave the job. I want that to sit on you just a moment. Have you ever been in that place where you felt like owned property? That's how I felt in that moment. And I looked at him, I said, I'm only making X amount more than I was making in my last job. And had I stayed in my last sales position, I'd probably be making 2 times, maybe 3 times the amount I'm making with you now. You don't own me. I choose to come to work here like you choose to employ me. And that changed the game for me. It changed the game for my boss as well. And so what happened in that moment was I started to think, if this job goes away, can I maintain my quality of life? At the time, yes, I did have some additional streams of revenue, but I didn't have enough additional streams of revenue to maintain my quality of life. And so guess what I did? Because I'm a breakthrough strategist. I've always been gritty this way. When I see a barrier or an obstacle, I get to work at knocking that down. Barriers don't stop me from moving forward. The purpose of a barrier is to crush it so that you can reach monumental success. And so in that moment, I start to think about, what can I do to replace my corporate income? Because I was not going to be a slave to golden handcuffs anymore. Since I couldn't replace my income on my job, I ended up taking on that director's work. And it wasn't pleasant for my boss, and it wasn't pleasant for me either, because I was bitter, I was mad, I felt used, I felt owned. There was a variety of things that were going through my head. Every day I came in to run his sales department for him while he got credit for it and got paid for it. And so in that moment, I said, what's my workplace exit strategy? Because I can't quit the job today. My son's in private school. I've got all this going on in my life. I like my quality of life. So now what do I do to put together a workplace exit strategy so that I can unlock these golden handcuffs? And I immediately went to work at taking my passions and my purpose and figuring out a way to monetize them. I got certified as a life coach, and then later I got certified as a business coach. And this is the plus about that job. I got an opportunity to stay on that job and exercise all of what I was learning and doing on that job for 3 years before I finally decided, yes, it's time for me to move on and go full-time in my business. I've been full-time in the business for 5 years, but I've been in business for 8. I started taking on part-time clients, a couple of clients a month, and I would start helping them get breakthrough in their lives in a variety of different areas. And I started to hone my craft. I started to work the intangibles while I was still getting a paycheck from an employer. And what I do with my clients now is I help them create workplace exit strategies where they create additional stream of revenue to help them pay off their debt, not enlarge their quality of life, to help them pay off their debt so that they can transition out of corporate when they're ready and not reduce their quality of life. And I want to be able to help you do what no one was available to help me do in 2013. So I've been in my business now 8 years. And in 2013 is when it all began. I stopped. I said, what is it that I'm most passionate about? What is it that I am most excited about doing every day? What is it that I would do if I didn't get paid? And when I tapped into that, I discovered something. And this is something that one of my clients said to me one day during a session, that God often places the greatest blessings in the most obscure places. And so today I'm going to ask you, are you trusting God with the gift that he placed on the inside of you? Are you trusting God to be your security? Or are you trusting the hands of man? Companies that if you drop dead tomorrow, they're going to replace your desk, and they may mourn for a little while, but they're going to keep on going. That will lay you off for their profit line. Companies that will fire you via email with no notice. Is that really security? I am a Christian coach. And so I believe that whatever God's placed on the inside of you is designed to sustain you in every area of your life and bring you joy. There's two ways you can make money. You can make money doing something that brings you money but doesn't bring you any significance, any satisfaction, doesn't set your soul on fire, or you can make money with significance, with a passion that grows every single day you go into work. I look forward to Tuesdays when I go to work, and no, I don't work on Mondays because I work on Saturdays, because most of the people that I serve are high achieving female leaders. And so they're busy Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So I serve my clients Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. so that they can get what they need, so they can make swift steps to monumental success, crushing the barriers of that will keep them from achieving their goals, deflating the fear that gives birth to procrastination, and giving them the options that allows them to take their God-given gifts and express them in a world in such a way that they help others, that are attuned to the frequency of their voice, and they maintain their quality of life and oftentimes soar in their quality of life. I want you to not feel stuck in a job you don't like. I want you to have the options to have a workplace exit strategy that's designed uniquely for you to elevate your life to a new level. Some may say, oh, I'm scared to death of being an entrepreneur. Well, try your entrepreneurial skills while you're still working. Yes, does that mean for a period of time you're going to have to shift some priorities? Absolutely. But this is the power of having a coach. You will reach your goals quicker and more efficiently than you would without a coach. So I come alongside my clients and I help them. What is your gift? What is your passion? What is your purpose? And how do we monetize it? And how do we start to build an income, a secondary income in that passion, purpose, career before you let go of the job? And so many of my high achieving female leaders will say to me, well, Brenda, I already don't have enough time for my entire day. And that's why I have a program designed to help people get the work-life balance they need so that they can do what will soar their lives to a new level. Aren't you ready to soar? Aren't you ready to get unstuck? Aren't you ready to be passionate about what you do every day? Let me tell you, I am a recovering workaholic. Hello, my name is Brenda Underwood, and I am a recovering workaholic. I know about the 70-hour weeks. I know about getting the phone calls on vacation. I understand it, but I'm telling you, with Breakthrough for Life, you will get the tools, you will get the tips, you will get the strategies you need for you to create balance in your life and to align your purpose with your paycheck. And I do this through 3 different programs. I have one program called the Workplace Exit Strategy. And right now I'm looking for 10 women who are ready to say, I need to create options in my career. If that's you, you want to give me a call at 855-923-LIFE, or you want to schedule a discovery call directly to my calendar by going to breakthroughforlife.com and hitting the contact us button. You can look on there. You can look to see what works for your schedule and schedule an appointment. That is a free discovery call where I'm going to dedicate 30 to 45 minutes to creating a custom coaching program that's a one-on-one program. This isn't a group program. This isn't a course where you watch me a bunch of videos about me. This is one-on-one dedicated time to help you develop a winning workplace exit strategy. And I'm looking for 10 women who say, I need to make my job optional. I need to not be dependent on just this one stream of income. And I want to have significance in my paycheck and how I earn it. That's the workplace exit strategy. The second program is the Balancer. And that program is designed specifically for people who are in a job that they love, but they have no work-life balance. I just came back from the Bahamas this month, and I was out there to do a retreat for one of my corporate clients, and I worked with their powerhouse women to help them create balance in their lives, learn how to train better and delegate better so they can create freedom. And it was an absolute joy. And in that, I got an opportunity to speak to one of the gentlemen on the island who said, I'm ready to get married. I found this woman that I want, but she's not going to deal with the fact that I work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And I sat there and thought, well, he's doing what he loves. He's already in business. He's already doing very financially well in business. But what he needs is some work-life balance. And I have the tools to help you get that work-life balance. And so I'm looking for some women who want to create work-life balance and not sacrifice quality of life or income. And that program is the Balancer program. You're already in the job you love. You just need to balance out the demand on your time. And then my third program is a program that's designed to crushing barriers. It's called my Barrier Breaker. And the Barrier Breaker is designed to help you crush barriers that hinder monumental success, deflate fear that causes procrastination, and to take quantum leap action to change the trajectory of your life. And so if that is you, if you fall in any of those three categories, you're frustrated with your job, you're thinking about quitting, and you want to align your purpose to your paycheck, that's the Workplace Exit Strategy program. You love your job, but your job owns all of your time. They're calling you on vacation. You're worried about the job. You're checking on what's going on when you're gone. Then that's the Balancer program. And then the third one is the Barrier Breaker. Does indecision, analysis paralysis, procrastination, poor time management hinder your ability to move forward towards your dreams and your aspirations? Then the Barrier Breaker is designed for you. So if any of these work for you, give me a call, 855-923-LIFE. This is Coach Brenda Underwood, and I am here to help you break through the barriers that hinder monumental success. I am the Breakthrough Strategist, and I would love to serve you in this season of your life so that you can change the trajectory of your future. Brenda Underwood, signing off. Peace and love. Bye-bye.